So now that you've learned a little bit about how to walk down the staircase to solve multi-step equations, and you've had a chance to look at this on the website, I'm going to give you a specific example, and I'm going to walk you through the steps. This is going to go pretty quick, so what I suggest you do is pause this video at each step to make sure you know exactly what I've just done. So if we look at the very top here, this is our equation that we're starting with. If we look at that equation, and then we look at our first step of our staircase, it's fractions. Yes, we have fractions, so we need to multiply by the lowest common denominator. So the lowest common denominator is of 3 over 4 and 1 over 3 is 12. So we don't just multiply the fraction by 12, we have to multiply the whole side of the equation by 12 on each side. So that's what you'll see happen here. 12 times 3/4 x plus x minus 6 equals 12 times 1/3 x minus 1 plus x. But if that actually plays out, then how we multiply that out, we have to use distributive property to now get this kind of multiplied out. So the first couple steps here are actually a combination of number 1 and 2. So what we do for distributive property, 12 times 3x equals 36 over 4x. Then 12 times x, 12x, 12 times negative 6 gets you negative 72. Then we do the same thing on the other side for distributive property, as the 12 gets multiplied by each of those things individually. And then you get these numbers. Please pause the video here, double check, make sure you see exactly how I got that next step in terms of the numbers. Now what we have to do is we have to get rid of the rest of our fractions. So we've already multiplied by the lowest common denominator, but we need to simplify them. But 34 or 36 over 4x, if you divide 36 by 4, what you realize is it's actually just 9. So 36 over 4x is 9x. The rest stays the same because there's no fraction. 12 over 3x, if you divide that out, is actually 4x. So we've now simplified that we actually have all integers in here, no fractions, our brackets are gone. So we've done those first two steps. So what we can do now is we can gather like terms on each side. So you'll notice that there's two different terms with x's in them on each side of the brackets. We need to do something about that. So 12x plus 9x is 21x, and 4x plus 12x is 16x. So we've gathered like terms on each side of the bracket to get it to look like this. Now what we need to do is move all variables to one side, which means anything with x all has to be on one side. So to do that, we need to eliminate the 16x on this side. So we just do the opposite. So minus 16x, because this is a positive. So those will cancel each other out. But if we do it on the right side, we also have to do that on the left. So this is also minus 16x. So cancels out on here and just leaves a negative 12. If we have negative 16x and positive 21x, what we end up with is 5x. So all our variables are on the right side now. Now what we have to do is we need to isolate the variable and remove anything. So we remove anything added or subtracted, which would be this negative 72. So what do we have to do? We have to do the opposite. We have to add 72 to cancel each other out, but we also need to add 72 over here. So this leaves 5x on the left, negative 12 plus 72 equals 60 here. And the final step we do is we then divide out the coefficient. So the coefficient is right here. It's the thing that's attached to the variable. So in this case, that's 5. So we want to cancel it out, so we divide by 5. But we have to do it on both sides. So we see that leaves x equals 60 divided by 5, which is the same as saying x equals 12.